On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. On first down, here comes this offense. The give. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Now, a 4th down.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
They want to run this quarterback. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. LSU right back to the line. A run for the quarterback. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Quarterback keeps it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Run in the red zone, it's De La Rosa. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for space, it's De La Rosa. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Calls his own number. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the running back. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Memphis.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty in this part of the field, man, the defense just starts spitting fire after that. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll go with a direct snap. Running with power. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line.
Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Formation to kick it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Valdez. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's got it again. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
0.
They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick it away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and look at the offensive lineman. They're looking around like, dang, are you going to get rid of the football? I mean, the quarterback holds the football for so long. No offensive lineman is ever going to win a battle when they got to hold on to their guy for that long.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's James. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blum making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wide out in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to get to it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll go right back to him. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Looking for a crease to the left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up 2nd down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Hills. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. LSU quick to the line. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Take over 1st and 10.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Slings it downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Trying the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Oh, that's frustrating for a defense. 3rd and long, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. Great play call. Catch them off guard. 1st down for the offense.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
After the run, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets their big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll try the right side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Hills. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down, looking for more. Ball's out, and the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Let's go.
They'll run it from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? LSU loves these type of guys. Who doesn't? But the Bayou Bengals seem to have an endless supply of dudes who control the front and get in the backfield.
Endless supply of big, strong superhumans. Yes, that's what LSU has. They grow them down there. It's amazing. They recruit them. They get them on campus, and you see them all the time. They dominate the trenches, and it's so hard to run the football on.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the right. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 14 to ULM. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Memphis will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Strikes the blow. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the move to his left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
LSU 35. Memphis 0. Number 15, set to kick it off.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure coming. He's got it. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Memphis picking up the tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig him out of this hole.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Right back to it. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone.
Black 24! Black 20, reload! Go!
To the ground with the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
This is a designed run. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. First down, second down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Shakes off the tackler.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Well, that's about as risky as he can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it? Nice job, offense.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 35, Memphis 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Snap it to the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Getting some heat. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Just flip to something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a..." Keep your head up. Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that run.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker.
On the screen, he runs out of brings up
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the move. LSU will get a first down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
Green 25.
On the ground, it's Ramsey. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Check.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes play number 6 of the drive.
Here we go. Listen. Low.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that 1st down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
29 Philly.
They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options are on the table.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short.
Easy.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Ramsey. On the move is the 30. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Running back goes in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still be counted for 6.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown LSU! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because...
Oh, he wants it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Paul.